to finally move the Skylark. We got the square body hooked up to it. This rug right in the truck. We're gonna move it up by the garage because the interior needs a serious clean out and gut. So that's gonna be the first thing because I just absolutely cannot stand the smell in there.
Puffy nose.
What's it smell like?
Poop.
This thing, oh, this thing is so nasty, and this is my worst one I've ever had to deal with. Hey, don't do that. This thing needs a total carpet gut. Headliner is pretty much already gone. We're gonna pull the door panels. Well, we got the hood open. It looks pretty decent. I want nothing more than to just put a battery in this, turn it over. I do know it spins over. This one is not locked up because I crawled under there before I bought the car just to make sure. But man, this thing is super solid. Front grille is a little broken and it's missing a front bumper. Passenger side, not bad. We got a little bit of rust back here. A little bit of rust on the rear quarter. Nothing above the wheel. Nothing really in front of it. A little dent there. And we got a little bit of rust right where your vinyl top would typically go. I mean, it's super good. The trunk is solid. Quarters are solid on the inside. Back, just mint. This quarter is completely good. Oh, I didn't even notice that dent right there till just now. We can get that dent pulled out enough and work it down. And really, I gotta address this interior before I even think about starting it. One, we're missing keys, and I got a new ignition, but I don't even want to think about crawling in this thing because I'll get some sort of disease. I already know it. Eventually get these seats and the center console pulled so I can get all the carpet and just bring the power washer inside, get these door panels off, power wash the doors, power wash the whole dash off. Just gut this thing like a race car for right now. There's literally coon shit in the back of this thing. Like it's pretty gross. And that's doing nobody good being damp carpet. It's just gonna want to cause rust holes if there isn't already in the floor, but we'll find that out as soon as I start cutting. Well, we got our work gloves on. What are we pulling out of the car? Yep. I didn't want him doing this, but he insisted that he be the man pulling all the... Well, good news. No holes in the floor. Surprisingly, she's pretty solid, which is a good thing. We caught it just in time. What we can do is pressure wash all this out, clean it up, and then throw some Por 15 or some sort of rust preventative on this floor after we get it all gutted out. So I just pulled the trim off, and that carpet almost looks brand new underneath of it. Man, this thing was mint at one time. And now I'm starting to wonder, why would they ever quit driving this? You better be all right. And you under there. We're making some good progress. We got the front vacuumed up. Got a big helper over here. We're definitely going to need to shower and don dish soap outside. Well, let's see. Total vehicle detailer. Just soak all that dirt real good. You know what this would be a good job for? De-germ. Well, about 18 more hours of elbow grease, lots of detailer, rags. We might actually get this thing to clean up. I got the driver's seat pretty decent compared to the passenger. All right, battery cables. Okay, here's one. And looks like blue is our ground. No fire yet. So I pulled out the ignition, and good news is it's all labeled on the back. So I think if we go from our ignition to our battery or solenoid, if we jump one of those, it should turn over. Well, let's turn it over. We'll just let it turn over for a bit. Get some oil pressure in there. You know, she turns over. Oh goodness, it's pretty rough. Looks like we got a 2-barrel. She locked up.
And a broken thing here.
Looks like our linkages are all disconnected for some reason.
And some of them broken here.
Looks like our choke is disconnected. We got vacuum line open. Looks like we got all our plug wires on there. I say we put a little shot down there and see if anything happens. Come on, girl. Oh, it's gonna go. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, got the old handy oil jug with gas in it. We're gonna pour a little gas in the carburetor. I have a positive jumper wire here. What I'm gonna do with this is jump it from our ignition terminal to our battery terminal, so that way it has power to feed the distributor here. And then I'll use the screwdriver to touch it to my solenoid wire, which turns to the starter to try and start it up. The starter just stuck. I have heard of that happening, and it has never happened to me before. Interesting.
Ew! And the engine's going burn up.
Well, now that that's sort of promising, I think we'll now get the fire hazard out of there. Oh, there was our missing vacuum line. Oh, the carburetor is not even bolted down. So we just got her pulled off. Honestly, not terrible. I think what we'll do is we'll just pull out our jets and spray these out. These aren't even tight. Spray everything out with some brake clean. Oh crap. Now, yep, I just dropped a washer down in there. That's good. True definition of seriously blowing the cobwebs out. I have no idea why it's full throttle. Try forward. See if we can't get this thing to idle. We got some rubber line here down to the pump. I have the rubber line hooked onto the inlet of the fuel pump down there, and I fill this line. Sometimes with these mechanical pumps, if you can get fuel to the diaphragm, sometimes they start working again. After they sit this long, I recommend replacing it, because yes, we can probably get it working and pumping some fuel, but likely it's going to leak and not pump as well as it should have, and could eventually leave you stranded on the road at some point, possibly. Been there, done that. Also, my first time having to drill out a lock cylinder, but now we have a key. Well, we can check to see if we're pumping any fuel. It's got something. First drive success. Very nice. So, the only issue we got, as any old car that sits on every restoration channel, is brakes. Got zero, nada. Master cylinder completely dry. Brake pedal is moving freely, which is good. I don't even know, does this have disc brakes or drum brakes? Oh, good. Drum brakes, all four corners, so that is terrible. Oh, man, I got the hiccups. Yep, that's what we're looking for. Give 'em here. We want to finally take this thing for a drive, and of course now it won't start. It's got very, very weak spark on it. So I went ahead, popped the plug wire off, pretty much disintegrated because they're 100 years old. Got some new ones. Of course, you got to put the boots on yourself. No big deal. Oh, yeah. That's, no bueno. You know what those are? You know what they are.
Spark plugs?
You got it, buddy. All right. Let's slap some new ones in this motor.
Can I pick?
I bet after a set of fresh plugs and plug wires, this thing will be running like a top. I think they've seen their better days. Super rough. Honestly, we got brand new plugs in this thing. I did notice some corrosion in the cap on the top side itself. So I tried to clean it up best I can, put a little dielectric grease in there. Clean that up, and we're putting the new plug wires on. Now, when I went to O'Reilly's and got plug wires, typically they come pre-made. Unfortunately, this set didn't, and I put it off for a while because I'm like, oh man, it's pretty time consuming making your own plug wires. Especially if you're putting the time into it, you can make it look so nice. Kind of a love-hate relationship. You can route them super good, cut them to perfect length. There's no having an excess, 4 inches drooped over the manifold or the valve cover, anything like that. They can fit perfect, and that's why I do like them. Sometimes they send you the little tool with the kit. Throw that in the garbage. You can use it if it's, one-time use only, but I make all my own plug wires on a lot of the race cars, and so I invested in this crimp tool here for making your plug wires. Thing's a lifesaver, super quick. I'm gonna go ahead and run through one wire, show you guys how it's done, and then I'll go ahead and knock this out real quick. Honestly, this has probably been the fastest I've ever made a set of plug wires, and maybe because I'm just getting that good at it. But let's go ahead and knock it out. So what you're gonna need, obviously your plug wires, dielectric grease. Sometimes they send it with you. I got another extra bottle. some snips to kind of cut to length. And what I do is I pull one plug wire at a time, so that way you don't get the firing order mixed up. Run through this fairly quick. Usually they send one end on it. I stick that end down on your spark plug. Make sure she's clipped on there good. And then I am actually kind of using some of the factory mounts that separate the spark plug wire. So I route it how I like it here. You get your excess, and however you want to kind of route it over the engine to your distributor, that's on you. Sometimes I've went down underneath the headers to hide them. Sometimes I go over top of them and put the dividers on there, make it look super nice. But this one is kind of tough because the distributor's in the front of the motor. Usually it's in the back. I'm used to Chevys. I'm a Chevy guy, so all is good. So I route it kind of how I want it. And then what I do is I give it about 1 inch of extra slack, and I just kind of mark it with my hand where I want it. Grab my snips, cut her to length, toss your excess, pull it back off. Now you have this, your tool. This has got a little specialized thing, so it strips it for you. So what you're going to want to do once you get that stripped off, take some dielectric grease. I apply it to the insulation of the plug wire, just a real small amount. Rub it all around, and what that's going to do is help slide the boot onto that. Make sure you slide the boot on before you crimp the fitting on, because it's kind of like brake lines. A lot of times you can go and flare the brake line and forget to put the nut on. Exact same situation here. So there's a little wire electrode thing. What you're going to want to do is bend that over the insulation. Grab your piece that slides into the distributor cap. And sometimes these are spread really far apart. So initially I kind of take my pliers and just slowly kind of tug it on to the wire so it don't move. And you grab these. Done. Easy as that. And you pull the wire back into the boot. And there we have a custom made spark plug wire. So now I got that one done. I will put that onto the distributor cap and continue with the other ones. I got the driver's side done. I got 3 left on the passenger side. I'll knock it out and then I'll show you how it looks. Oh my God, this plug wire wasn't even, I don't even think this was on the spark plug. And here we got our finished product. Works pretty decent. Driver's side was easier than passenger side. Passenger side, there's so many damn wires that are like crossing over, so there's no easy way, but you know, we did what we could to try and keep them separated up into the distributor. But now for the moment, fire her up and see if it acts any different. Watch it not start now. Oh, caught on the door. Seems about the same. I would say it seems a little crispier with the throttle response now. I think she's officially ready to hit the road and see what this old classic's made of. See if we can't make her to the gas station. You know, small victories first.
triangle window. But this being a Kansas car, all the door seals and window seals are completely dry rotted and falling out of this thing. And so essentially it's metal on metal rubbing, but she's cruising. Got 3/4 of a tank of gas. I think I'm gonna head down the gravel a bit and turn around and head back just real quick and double check everything. So this thing's got manual brakes and only front brakes right now. I haven't replaced the wheel cylinders in the back, but so far I'm pretty impressed. This little 300, I think from factory they had like 215 horse, you know, brand new. But I bet this thing has got all of 195 still. Sounds good. Cruises. Oh, I thought I died for a second. All right, now I got the sun in my face. Will she do a burnout? Oh, this thing is a cruising machine. I just realized it's got no mirrors. Wonder if that was factory? There are no mirror holes on the doors. I like it. Lap belts, no mirrors. 200 horsepower, a Fury. Just a big old cruising machine. It's got a hesitation that it didn't have before now all of a sudden. Also with the side pipe, it's pretty low. All you can hear is rocks hanging off of it. Also sounds like a tin can in this thing because no interior. I got a driver's seat and the back rest, that's about it. Still only 150 degrees. She's staying pretty cool so far. Fuel gauge is going down slightly, so either it's working, we got bad fuel economy, or we're leaking. Let's hope not the third option. Wow, that sun is bright. Also sucks, it's now September 1st, and our days are getting short. It's already getting dark at like 7:45, 8 o'clock. We'll see you when we get home. Oh, pulling in the driveway here. The hesitation's weird, but man, that exhaust is kind of pinging like she's definitely got a miss. Exhaust is definitely pinging a touch. Still just creeping up on 180 almost now. Sitting here idling pretty good. I love it. Any leaks? I don't see nothing. Well guys, we're out here gravel traveling in the Buick. So far it's running good. Believe I need to change the transmission fluids, about the only thing. I noticed it was a little bit more pink than red, but as far as I can tell, it's shifting perfectly. Couldn't be more excited about it, but we're gonna finish this video up. The next plans for the Buick, we're gonna tackle the interior. I actually already got carpet and all new leather. We're gonna make our own door panels, the whole shebang, and try to get this interior spiffed up, because I want it looking good, sounding good on the inside as well. So until next time, guys, apologize, it's been a while since we put a video out, but hey, I hope it was worth the wait. This is a super cool car, and I can't wait to continue on this build. We're gonna focus on this one for a bit. I want to get this finished up kind of before winter, because we got some big winter projects coming up. Take her easy.